Alrighty then. Successful Indie Author 5-Minute Focus, episode 969, Insider Team. I reference my insider team an awful lot because without them, they are instrumental to my success. So without them, I wouldn't have as much success because they help keep me on the straight and narrow. They help keep my stories on track, whether I give them the first 10,000, 30,000 words or give them the final product. And they're checking for continuity, story telling, story ability, story viability, and then as well as all the typos, especially after it's been edited. Because I try not to, if I send it to them before it's been edited, then I'm in a quandary. After it gets edited, I still need proofreaders. So I get it edited first and then send it to them. But how do you find an insider team? Well, when you first start writing, you might find some fans send you, hey, I found these typos. And that's where you have to start collecting those folks up and see, are they looking for their own glory? Are they, hey, look at me, look what I did? Or are they looking out to help you? And a lot of them honestly just want to help you. Hey, some of these things, without these typos, it would be a much better story. I remember one of the first books I read, there was a typo on almost every page, but the story was so compelling. And turns out later, he's my friend now. And we talk about publishing and writing military sci-fi a lot. However, that first book, a typo every page. So I recommend it. I'm like, dude, you need some proofreaders. So you get these folks who are looking to help you and your success, and you bring them on board with samples, with short stories, with first 5,000, 10,000 words. Hey, what do you think? And they will give you input of, hey, here's what stopped me from reading. This is the big thing. Or here's where I slowed down or I felt like I wanted to skip it. That's great. Because I've asked them specifically, don't tell me how to fix it. I'll work out how to fix it once I see what's wrong, and where a reader is going through it and finding issues, especially where they want to stop reading or they don't agree or there's a discontinuity between two different elements within the story. That's great. I can do that. I can fix that. And none of them are authors. They are all just pure readers. They don't write. And that's also important because I need that pure reader perspective. So these folks who were initial readers, fans, and then became super fans, but not so much so that they're blowing smoke up my shorts, trying to tell me that, yeah, everything you write is great, because everything I write is not great. And I appreciate that input from them saying, hey, I wanted to skip this whole section. I wanted to skip this chapter. I've gotten that a couple times, and generally I leave the chapter, but I tweak it up to address their concerns about why they wanted to stop reading at that point. So assess, is their feedback good? I only have 3. I used to have 4, but Mickey passed away, and that was a big blow. She was hugely instrumental in everybody working together and overall in our success and just being a positive soul on the planet. And unfortunately, she passed away. So I'm down to 3, and those 3 are good. They take care of me. They touch the different demographics. They are retired or working in the industry. So they're great. They are great, worth their weight in gold. So do I pay them? No, but I do send them gifts, anything they want. I'll ship to them right away. I always praise them. I put them in my books. They're in every one of my bestsellers. They're in every single one of my bestsellers. So that's an important point. Some of my non-bestsellers, they're not in there if they didn't proofread it. But I think they've read almost everything that I've written. So how about that? Your name in a bestseller. And it wasn't about them. It was about helping me be better. So they're responsive and very responsive because they're retired and they're able to dig into the stuff that I write right away. And that's also an important point, because how long do you want to leave a book with a proofreader? 2 weeks? 2 weeks might be too long. I've streamlined my process. They usually have the book for at most like 3 days, even though nowadays I have such a book I just finished that I sent to them 2 days ago. One has already sent the feedback to me. Another one said he'll get it to it today. And the other one started right away, but he reads slower as he's got some eye problems. So I'll get it. And that's now, let's see, it's September 13th, and it's on pre-order for November 29th. So I've got a lot of time. So there's no time pressure on them, but they always respond because, hey, they like my stuff. Once again, let's go back to the first point. They were fans, liked my stuff, and like being a part of making it better. So on my insider team, so beta readers, proofreaders, general plot helpers, not AI, real people looking at it and saying, hey, here's what I think. And I take their input and I include their input because it's important to me and it has value. So that's where these people stand. So they get your own insider team. You will benefit greatly if you can find folks of this caliber to help you in your author journey. Peace, fellow humans.